Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to my living room in this very curated space that you guys are looking at. This is like the only halfway decent corner of my house to even record this in because this place is a disaster. I mean, you guys can even see all of the laundry piles right here. But I wanted to start out this week by celebrating. We've got so much to celebrate, but it's also a week of madness. So I will say that the day that this video comes out is going to be the day before my birthday, and I thought that that would be a great opportunity to have a little giveaway. I told you guys that I was doing some spring cleaning, and I had some items that I did not have the heart to give away to our youth group garage sale. So this year I am turning 36. Very excited about that. Y'all, I just get better with age. Let me just tell you that. I may not look better with age, but I am better with age. If you guys are interested in entering this giveaway, go ahead and put your age down below if you guys feel comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with it, y'all can just say happy birthday and I'll enter you guys into the giveaway. And before next week's video comes out, I will announce it in the comments and I'll like pin it to the top so you guys can see who the winner was. All right, so because I've got so much going on, we're just gonna jump right into this. I have my little giveaway basket right here. I probably won't actually give away the basket because that's gonna be really hard to pack, but I will be giving away everything that's in it. And we're just gonna go through these really quick. I have this cute little blue crock. I think that this is a McCoy. I don't see a marking on the bottom, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So cute. I just don't have a place for it in our house right now. And I'm trying to be like super minimal for what I'm keeping. Okay, and y'all are gonna have to forgive me because we have to have all of our windows open right now. Quick side note, we had our house professionally tested for mold last week and it came back with like dangerous levels of mold. So we're actually getting kicked out of our house this week for about a day. With that, we are basically required to keep every window in our house open in order for us to be able to be staying here at this point. The bad news is that it's gonna be super expensive, like literally set us back like $5,000. The good news is that we do know now why we've all been so sick this year, and we're getting it done before the baby comes. We're getting it done before a bunch of family members come into town, and our house should be like hospital level clean. So as far as like the air goes, not the laundry. So all that to say, I apologize for any noise that's gonna be coming through the window. Okay, next is these sconces. I've had these in our home for years and years and years. I have loved them. I probably should keep them, but I'm just gonna give them away instead. I will say this one has like one little chip on it where the brass is coming through. I did spray paint these black recently, but instead of trying to find a place to make them fit, we're just gonna give them away. Next is this little milk glass vase that I have. I thought this is really cute. We've had this for a really long time. Gosh, probably 8-9 years. I have some little faux foliage that's coming along with it. Again, I just don't have a place for it in our house right now, and I would rather it go to somebody who loves it than me just keep it in a closet. I've got this cute little crock here. This is for Maurice Centennial, Iowa. Small in size, but on the rise. I thought that this was really cute. It's cute, honestly, even if you use it this way, or if you turn it around and just use it as a normal crock to put some like utensils in or something in your bathroom. This thing is great. Again, I just have too many Crocs in my life. I have this little kind of like primitive sweeper thing. Again, I've got lots of little brooms and stuff like this, but I thought it would be cute if somebody wanted to like hang it from a peg rack or something like that. Anyway, love this little guy as well. I've got some gingham blue valance things. So we actually had this in our old house and we had these in our current house for a long time. I would say that this is probably 5 feet long, but obviously you like kind of bunch it up and everything whenever you put it on your window. This one is so cute, but I have a lot of gingham window coverings and we just didn't need this one anymore. And then I have got some brass items. I've got this little vase thing, super cute. I've got a couple of candle holders. This one's for like a pillar candle. This one is for like a taper candle. And then I actually have a copper one as well here that you guys, and then I'll also include this little basket that these are in right now. It does have like one little spot that it's not connected in, but Overall, I feel like it's a really good basket. I like this style of basket, but I have many of them. So we're gonna go ahead and let this one go. Okay, so again, if you guys are interested in winning this basket of giveaway stuff, go ahead and put your age below. So you guys might not know this, but my primary audience is actually ladies aged 55 to 65, and I have many 65 plus as well. Anyway, I would love to hear from you guys about how old you are, what generation you're in, and if you're here, let me know why you like watching my channel. So if you do enter, thank you so much. Your comments really do make a difference as far as like YouTube pushing out my content to the masses. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what comes through. All right, y'all, well, we've got our work cut out for us today. This is the preparation reset week, all right? As many of you guys know, we were traveling. I was back for like a hot second, made a couple videos, and then I left for Missouri for another 8 or 9 days to go help my family members with some stuff. We came back, and then last week we tackled this like insane porch and patio project, which many of you guys have seen. If you haven't, I'll link it here. I don't know about y'all in your houses, but whenever I'm working on an inside project, I feel like the outside of our house goes to junk. And then whenever we are working on outside projects, I feel like the inside of our house goes to junk. So I'll kind of give you guys an idea of what our house looks like right now. I'm gonna be real honest with you, give you a real life look into what it looks like to live in this house on a typical day and not necessarily on a YouTube day. So let's go ahead. I'll show you guys around and then we'll get started on some of these projects around here. By the way, we're doing all of this because our family members are coming into town this week to celebrate Rosie's baptism. So I would love to include a little bit of footage of her getting baptized. She's going to be baptized by her dad, and hopefully we can like finish off this video with a celebration there as well. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'm coming at you from a little bit later in the day after I put Ivy's bed together because I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about today's partner, which is Dream Valley, and they were the ones that provided the comforter that we are using for the bed in Ivy's room. So this is where Josh's parents are going to be staying, and often they wind up taking the comforter off of the bed that we are providing for them because they're hot sleepers. So we actually ordered a temperature regulating comforter to use underneath the quilt on this bed. Listen, we don't need anybody overheating or any insomnia up in this place. So let me tell y'all a little bit about this comforter. You can actually order them on Amazon. I'll show you guys here, and their colors come in gray, blue, green, and white. Dream Valley's mission is to bestow the gift of restful sleep and blissful dreams to everyone around the globe. Their cooling comforters feature double-sided cooling fabric, delivering instant cooling upon touch. Their innovative filling incorporates Outlast Thermotechnology, which is a certified space technology recognized by the Space Foundation. This proactive temperature regulation ensures an enduring cooling effect during the night, providing a consistently comfortable sleep experience. The inclusion of curved fibers in the filling enhances the fluffy and ultra soft qualities of their products. Their fabric boasts a unique blend that imparts a silky smooth feel. Their products have earned the prestigious OECO-TEX Standard 100 certification, guaranteeing safety, eco-friendliness, pet friendliness, skin friendliness, and hypoallergenic properties. So Outlast is a temperature regulating technology that was originally developed by NASA. From then on, Dream Valley's revolutionary everlasting cooling series was born. These series maintain a temperature range from about 84 to 89 degrees Fahrenheit, creating an ideal sleep environment that's not too cold and it's not too hot. It should be just right, so consequently your sleep should be much better. An additional hour of deep sleep is attainable, making each sleep session much more serene. So I'm excited to use this comforter to host our family, and I know you guys would love it too. You can always go onto their website and you can use my code right here to get your discount on Dream Valley comforters, or else you can even use it on Amazon as well. Okay, so starting where we were at, my primary nemesis this week is going to be laundry. We actually have to strip our beds in order for the fog for the mold remediator to be able to reach into our mattresses and everything. But it kind of works out as well because we need to get everything washed up for all of our company as well. So I've got to get like all of our beds stripped, all of our linens washed. I actually have not unpacked yet from Missouri, so I've got to get that done. I've got a bunch of our laundry that has piled up that needs to get done. And yeah, basically every room looks like this. Ivy got super sick in the night. 2 nights ago, and so I still have not put her bed back together. And so I need to also open up all the windows, just clean up some of this stuff. This is also the last week of school, so the girls have been bringing home all kinds of like folders full of random stuff. The kitchen, which is always kind of a mess, but Josh did a man clean this morning, which really helped it go from, you know, terrible to tolerable, I guess. Back here, I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these boxes and stuff, and then we are actually hoping to get some curtains put up back here. I did buy a faux plant in order to kind of give this space a little bit of life back here that's permanent. We're gonna get this place cleaned up, looking better. By the way, I knew that that was gonna be kind of embarrassing to show you, but now looking at our house, I'm actually really embarrassed at how like, ugh, gross it is. Anyway, like I said, it's just real life. Okay, so first I found this cute little crock that I think I am going to be adding to the giveaway as well. I just don't really have a place for it right now. We just put our little snacks in there. And then second, after Mother's Day at the church, they had all of these leftover lilies. And so Josh grabbed up a handful of them and brought them home for me. So I would love to get these planted at some point here soon so that maybe we could see a little bit of growth this year. I don't know, we'll see. All right, everybody, we are gonna get started today by opening up all of these windows. Honestly, I do feel thankful that this treatment and this like diagnosis about our mold and everything happened during this time of year, because it is so nice to be able to have all of our windows open, even though we've been having some crazy storms. If you guys are experiencing anything like we are in the Midwest, let me know in the comments of what you guys are going through, because we have had multiple tornado warnings and flood warnings this week. But it's crazy because in the meantime, it just turns into like beautiful weather whenever it's not like absolutely horrible. So something that I've noticed in the past is that sometimes when our house feels really overwhelming, one thing that I can do is I can arrange our cushions on our couches. Also, I heard recently that when it comes to cleaning your house, there's really only a few categories that you need to look for. There is dishes, there is trash, there's laundry, there's things that do belong, and there's things that don't belong. So the first thing that I like to do is just go around the whole house, clean up any dishes that I find, bring them into the kitchen, try to rinse them, get them out of the way. And then I go around, I pick up any trash, just try to get it all at once. Otherwise, I wind up like running to the kitchen 500 times with a million little glasses that I'm finding all over the place, a million little scraps of paper and gum wrappers and receipts and all of that stuff. And so I just find it easier to try to do that all at once. And then today I am going to be using the basket method for cleaning our house. Now, I don't always use this method, and it's not because it doesn't work well, but it's because sometimes I wind up losing steam, and then I wind up with a house that looks really clean, but baskets upon baskets of things that I do not want to go through. So today I made sure that I was really intentional about going through the house, grabbing everything that goes into the basket, bringing it into the basket, and as I went into the next room, making sure that not only am I putting more things in the basket, but that I am looking into the basket to make sure that anything that belongs in that room is out of it and put away. So you guys will see that the basket throughout this time grows and shrinks because I'm constantly going through and weeding out, does anything that's in here belong in this room? You guys, our house was an absolute disaster. I just could not believe the amount of things that needed to get put away. It's funny because sometimes I complain about the lack of flat surfaces that we have in our house until I see the way that the flat surfaces are treated in our house. Like, obviously, this is supposed to be our dining room table. It's not supposed to be the dumping ground for all things. But we have just had a lot of activities going on, a lot of travel happening, a lot of like stop and go type stuff. And so this is just kind of where it all has gone, unfortunately. I love the quote by Elizabeth Elliot from Let Me Be a Woman. She says here that the way that you keep your house
The way that you organize your home, the care you take in your personal appearance, the things you spend your money on all speak loudly about what you believe. The beauty of your piece shines forth in an ordered life. A disordered life speaks loudly of disorder in the soul. And I know I've talked to you guys about this, that this could not be speaking more of the truth than in my life. Whenever our house feels disordered, I feel disordered, and getting it back in place just feels so good. Honestly, I've got a huge job of switching out all of our seasonal clothing and a bunch of laundry, and starting with a clean space just makes that task so much more approachable and attainable. Otherwise, I can just feel so overwhelmed by the mess. Here you guys can see I'm starting to take out all of our winter clothes. You guys, I know that I am so far behind in doing this, but for some reason this task can feel really overwhelming. Like just the hangers, that's not the biggest deal. It's going through all of our drawers and trying to figure out what fits and what doesn't, and then not only my stuff but the girls too. It just becomes a lot.
Okay, so we actually got so much done. I don't always use that basket system. Sometimes I'm just like running around here like a chicken with my head cut off and just running from room to room to room, but I really feel like that simplified the process and just made it so that we have cleared off surfaces. It makes my head feel a little bit better so that now I can tackle this insane amount of laundry, as well as like putting away all of the winter clothing and bringing out all the summer clothing and stuff. So I probably won't film all that because that is a total disaster, but that is my next project for today. I'm gonna let my hair down, take off this thing. It's getting toasty in here, but we can't close up the house because of the mold. But tomorrow we'll hop back into more home stuff. All right, and here is an example of some of the severe weather that we had gotten. We woke up this morning to a crazy thunderstorm, and this was actually the lesser of the two storms that came through this day. There was another one that came through with tornadoes. Thankfully, it did not destroy the Omaha area too bad, but it actually went into Iowa and caused some real damage. So I don't know what is going on with the weather, but it has been absolutely nuts around here lately. Oh man, y'all. So I came down here to do a load of laundry and switch out again some of our summer and winter clothes, and it looks like our basement definitely had some leaking down in here. You can see it's like all wet. Clearly I'm so organized, but it's like all wet down in here. So here's all of our clothing that I've been working on getting switched out of bins and stuff, but I started touching some stuff down there and it was disgusting, and so hopefully the dehumidifier will do its job, but this is not good. All right, y'all, well, I am off to the OBGYN again. I'm in my 3rd trimester, so I have to go all the time. But what I haven't talked about here on YouTube is that I actually found out recently that we are having some complications with my pregnancy. So I am off to go see a high-risk specialist in Omaha today. But yeah, if you guys would just keep us in your prayers. We are hoping that baby girl is going to come to us healthy, and just praying for some healing. So just pray for us, please. You're in the room, but I just got word that baby's head is down, which is good because she's been breech every single time. But the more serious matters the doctor's about to come in and talk to me about. So, but thankfully that's a win. Really excited about that. And as you guys saw this morning, we had like a torrential downpour, like crazy. I saw that there was like a risk of flooding, but it was weird because it didn't even have rain in our forecast. And then literally like half of Omaha was shut down because streets were flooding and everything. So yeah, there's that. Thankfully, we didn't get too much damage other than getting a bunch of water in our basement. But hopefully the dehumidifier should do its job and help kind of dry some of that out. We're still in the midst of doing all of the clothing swap out. When I opened the bins, I saw that somehow they must not have been fully closed and mice got into them. I usually wash everything before I put them in the bins, and now I'm having to rewash all of their clothes to make sure that there's no like mouse droppings on them and stuff. So real cute farmhouse life. This is what it is. Anyway, I've got these bulbs that we got from the church. They're lilies, I'm almost positive. And I also have a bunch of seeds that I harvested last year. This one is from all of our zinnias. So I got these, so many. I'm hoping that a ton of them come up because I love them. We also harvested some cosmos. These are just like the little white cosmos. So I figured that since everything is like soaking wet outside, it might be a good time to get these into the ground. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, y'all, it is official. Our peonies are bloomed. You guys, these just may be my favorite flower. This is a flower that we had in our wedding. I know I want to plant stuff in here, but I think I am just gonna do these zinnias and cosmos in here to save myself the headache. Maybe we can actually do our lilies over here, kind of by like our sideboards or whatever, just to get a little bit of color and whatnot in here. I forgot about these gladiolas that I have as well. So I think I'm gonna plant these over here in this corner, see how they do this year. Okay, so if you guys are looking for a how-to on how to do some gardening stuff, this is probably not the video for you. Here I'm just putting down some bulbs into the soil that is underneath here. I've got these lilies right here from our church that I'm finally getting in the ground. And then moving on to this. Okay, so y'all, I have to tell you that please don't look to me for guidance when it comes to this. I'm calling this my lazy girl gardening technique, and that is that I have so many cosmos and zinnia seeds that I am just going to sprinkle them right on top of the mulch. And then I'm gonna take the jet setting on my hose and I'm gonna try to pummel these things into the soil that's underneath. And I have so many that I'm just praying that some of these come through. I have some shade area wildflower blends. Again, I'm just gonna put these on top. Hope that with the rain and whatnot that these will just kind of soak down into the soil that's not too far below the mulch, because yeah, I don't want to ruin this whole job that we did. But if we can get a few wildflowers, I mean, honestly, look at these things, they're like chock full. My thought is if a 100th of this comes through, then we'll have some wildflowers, which might be kind of nice. Come on, buddy. Okay, that's done. I don't know why that took me so long to do. Honestly, a big part of it was because we were traveling so much and I wanted to make sure that I got in any flowers after the frost date, which in like Nebraska, Iowa area is like May 6th or something. I can't even remember. Wait till my flowers don't come up till like October, but you know what? Something's better than nothing, right? All right, I'm gonna go switch out another load of laundry, keep working on the clothing switch out, and then strip all these beds so we can get out of here for this mold treatment. Okay, so we have all of the beds stripped and everything's ready to be fogged by the mold remediation company. Y'all, this has just been the week of endless laundry. So we've got like all of the beds. They need to make sure that the fog can reach like the insides of the mattresses and stuff as well. So I've got my work cut out ahead of me still. Okay, so with the hosting responsibilities that we have coming up here, I do want to clean out our fridge. This is something that I like to do every time we have lots of people over staying with us. just so that we have room for when we go like our major shopping this next week. And if you guys are anything like me, your fridge can get absolutely disgusting. And so listen, I can tell you all that, but I don't need you to experience it for yourself, okay? And I don't need my in-laws seeing random to-go boxes from Panda Express whenever they open this up. I also want to get everything like a nice wipe down and just make sure that like any like old leftovers and stuff are out of here. Oh, there is one thing that I am not looking forward to cleaning out. I try to be cool and like make my own sauerkraut, you know, like eat some fermented foods for gut health and get some probiotics, prebiotics, whatever, right? I made this, I made it perfectly. And the reason why I know that it's perfect is because it tastes horrible and I still don't like sauerkraut. So here I was like, you know what, maybe I'll be one of these cool people who like ferments food and, you know, is like that. But apparently I'm not. I'm just a normal person who is probably better off just buying, you know, regular food instead of trying to make everything myself. I have been keeping my sourdough starter in the fridge though. I just realized that we don't eat it as often as I would like. And so in order to keep it good, I'll wait till it rises really tall and then I'll stick it in the fridge, and it has lasted me this whole entire time and has not faltered at all. It's so muggy after that rain. It makes our whole fridge get like wet inside. All right, and it may be covered in condensation, but I am so happy to have a nice cleared out fridge ready to fill for our company coming. All right, and bright and early the next morning, this is Josh from Pure Maintenance. He came in to work on our house, and we enjoyed working with these guys so much that I thought I would ask them to tell you just a little bit about their process.
Hello, I'm Josh with Pure Maintenance. We're here to fog this house, and what that entails is we're going to bring some fogging equipment in and hook it up, fill the whole space with a nice fog, and that's going to get inside the mold and kill it. It's also going to kill other viruses and bacteria that are in the house. Pretty easy process.
So as you guys saw, we would have to go and strip our beds and open up all of our cabinets, every bin that we have, just so that this fog is able to penetrate like every single surface in our house and inside of everything. We had to open every door. These guys were just so wonderful. I truly loved working with them. I was working directly with the owner, Jeff, who just made us feel like we are in such great hands. As you guys can see, we had that water come in, and so they were kind of helping clean that up a little bit as well. And then they sent over this time lapse of them working on our house, and they said that our air should be like hospital grade air after this process. So anyway, we were just so thankful for them, and we're so excited to feel better in our home. After this, I worked on getting the rest of our beds put back together. You guys, we have 8 beds in this house. It took so long, so much laundry, but all in all, we are so happy to be able to host family members and not have to worry about any type of mold toxicity. That feeling of safety in our home is just priceless. And even though mold remediation of any kind is a costly event, the peace of mind of having your home be free of any type of toxins or anything like this was absolutely worth it to us, especially with this baby coming. You guys, I guess we have 8 beds in this house, and to wash, you know, do the whole laundering process and put back together 8 beds, that takes a lot of work, okay? So that's what I've been working on for about the last days, getting all that done, working on a few other things around here, trying to make sure that all of our surfaces are wiped down and everything is looking fresh and inviting. And for all of you moms who did this for me when I was a kid, or, you know, invited us into your home, or for those of you who have like let our family stay with you before, I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you women who are wonderful hosts, and you know how to keep your house clean, how to keep the sheets washed, how to keep the food coming. I just look up to you so much because, man, just keeping a home takes a lot of work, and
I'm very excited to be able to share our home with others again. So anyway, y'all, I am wrapping up today's video. And I'm just gonna say thank you so much for being here. Our house isn't perfectly cleaned up yet, but Josh just called me and he hit the grocery store with the girls, and Lord knows that when they get back here, it's gonna be chaos.